Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread here for August 1st. The calendar changed and it's August and it's Friday. Excited to kick off the new month. Looking forward to August. My favorite month of the year, betting wise. Why? Because there's some more sports to bet on. There's also some MLB to bet on. Things are slowly starting to get ramped back up sports wise. So, love August. Looking forward to get to August play. Hey, kickstart August, as we always do. Hey, we got 3 MLB plays on the diamond, so still a little bit of the dog days of summer. We got you covered, though. Get to the Cappers, see how they're heading into the weekend looking, and then we'll get right to the 3 plays on the diamond for you here today and cover the spread. So, hey, if you're new, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. And let's get to the Cappers like we always do. Head on over to Ramon to get us started. How you doing here, Ramon?
Yeah, well, they gave us a little taste of some football last night, but we got big games on tap in the major leagues with teams that are in pennant contention. So we've got business here on Cover the Spread.
Definitely getting to it after the trade deadline, as they say. So all the dust is settled. Now it's nothing but see who's going to make the playoffs here in the MLB. So let's get to it. Head on over to Al. How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Love the month of August myself, but not necessarily for sports reasons. Just think it's a great month because all the greats are born in August, aren't they?
Oh,
No.
boom.
My birth month. So yes, I definitely love the month of August, and as Rod was saying, a lot of great sports coming back. So definitely looking forward to it. And let's get to it.
Definitely. Let's get to it. We got the Detroit Tigers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Al's game. He's going to get us started here since he's going to kick us off for the month of August, his favorite month. What do you got? Tigers, Phillies here in this one.
Well, speaking of greats, Tariq Skubal has been pretty great here and is expected to get the start for this one. And in what should be a pretty good little pitchers duel here with Ranger Suarez doing pretty well himself, particularly against this lineup too, holding them to 176. Ooh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, and speaking of greats, we got Tariq Skubal having a great season here and coming in hot. And on the other side, you got Ranger Suarez, who's coming into pretty good form himself, but the much less consistent of the two starters here. I'm gonna take Skubal here as the much more reliable starter. Back him here, and I think he puts the Tigers in a great spot to win Game 1 of the series. So I'll take the Tigers on the money line to win this one outright.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Tigers or Phillies in this one?
No, it does sound like a pretty good pitching matchup here, especially Suarez. I know his numbers, yeah, certainly inflated here against the Tigers. That has to be of some concern. I mean, he's been so solid this season. I'm still going to roll here with the under in this one with Detroit and Philadelphia. I'm going to kind of throw it out because Suarez has been so terrific here. I know he has some negative numbers here pretty much against this Tigers lineup, but we saw the struggles the Tigers had. I know they're getting it back. We see the Tigers kind of erasing some of those losses from that downturn, but I'm going to go with the under here with the Tigers and the Phillies on Friday.
And for me here in this one, we did see this matchup, Skubal and Ranger Suarez. It was last year. It was a 4-1 final in that one, so that bodes well for the under. So you know what I like here in this one. In that game, it was 4-1. We see no runs in the first inning. Even if we got to lay a little bit of juice here in this one, I still will. I like the nerf fee here in this one. I think Skubal can get us 3 outs. I think Ranger Suarez can get us 3 outs, and that'll grab us the nerf fee here in the Tigers and Phillies to kick off Friday. For me, hey, that wraps up the first game we looked at here on Friday's slate. Let's head on over to the next game we're looking at. We got the Kansas City Royals coming into Toronto to take on the Blue Jays here in this one on Friday to kick off the weekend series. Hey, you look at these two squads, first meeting of the year between these two foes. You look at last year's matchup, and it was dominated by the Royals. They won 5 of the 7 meetings head-to-head between these two teams, but I think it's going to be a little different story here this year. Gal's been going for the Blue Jays on the bump in this last 5 games, pitching very well, 4-1, sub-3 ERA, rolling along. Last time out, man, he looked real good against that Tigers squad. Rolling, he went 6 innings in that one, 10 strikeouts, no earned runs, and only 1 hit, 1 walk. So great outing. Time before that against the Big Bad Yankees, 8 strikeouts, 7 innings pitched, and only gave up 1 earned run there. I think Gausman going against the Royal squad that, hey, their offense has been pretty good, but I think here at home, my hometown crowd, I think Gausman has himself a solid start here. And on the other side of things for the Royals, hey, it's Michael Wacha, and he's definitely been no slouch this season. He has had a couple starts where it was like, we've seen the Wacha of old, and I think that's what we see here. You look at head-to-head versus the Toronto squad. He goes 4 innings at best, sometimes gives up 8 hits. That was last year's meeting in that one. Gave up 2 earned runs, gave up some walks as well. As we know, Michael Wacha gets in trouble with the walks. Well, he can get himself in trouble, and I think that's what happens here. Blue Jays have turned it around. They're definitely watching and being more selective pitch-wise. I think Michael Wacha is going to be walking a few Blue Jays, and those turn into some bloops and blasts, and the Blue Jays get the job done. I like the Blue Jays here. I'm going to grab them on the run line. I even like the team total over for the Blue Jays. Either way, they kick the crap out of the Royals here in this one to start Friday. I don't know, over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Kansas City Royals or Toronto Blue Jays?
No, I got to look to a prop here. You know, the hottest player in the major leagues, probably Bo Bichette. They couldn't get him out for about 4 straight games there. Man, that was an incredible batting streak of reaching base every single at bat right now. This guy's practically a shoe-in to get on. So I'm going to go over 1.5 total bases with Bo Bichette here. You mentioned Wacha and some of his woes, and he struggles against this Toronto lineup you mentioned, and Bichette has a pretty good average against him, a home run, and a 385 average, 5 for 13. So I'm going to go Bo Bichette over 1.5 bases in this one.
I like that. Like that a lot, Ramon. I don't know where to Al. What do you like here in this one? Kansas City or Toronto?
Yeah, I hope he gets his bases, but as you said, he's been walking players. He's been getting players on base, but working himself out of trouble for the most part. Wacha is having a pretty good season. He's been pitching pretty well coming into this one as well. Now, he doesn't have the best numbers against this lineup, but if he can stay true to his form a little bit that he's coming into here, and again, I think Gausman can have himself another solid outing here. So expect, at least one of these guys, if not both, to have solid starts, and then I think we can stay under the total here on the full game.
Hey, that wraps up our second game we looked at here on Friday's slate. Heading over to game number 3. We got Texas taking on Seattle. This is Ramon's game. He's going to get us started in this one. What do you like, Seattle or Texas, Ramon?
Yeah, there might be only room for one of these two teams if they can keep going and sneak in the postseason. I mean, Houston's had some aggression, so maybe these guys can still get involved. But for me here, I'm going to take Seattle in this one with Logan Gilbert. He's been really solid against the Rangers, and this ain't your typical glance at the sample size, over 200 plate appearances against this anticipated lineup, and he's shut some of these guys down. Semien 4 for 35, Garcia 7 for 38. So I think Gilbert has a good advantage here against this Texas lineup that we know isn't producing a ton of runs, particularly on the road. As far as Leiter is concerned here for the Rangers, he's got some rugged numbers for sure against Seattle. He's allows over a 320 batting average. Got guys like J-Rod in there. Cal has a couple of home runs and just 8 at-bats against Leiter. So I'm going to go with the Mariners here over Texas in a big game on Friday night.
Head on over to Al. What do you like here in this one, Texas or Seattle on Friday night? Yeah, we recently talked about these bullpens, and I think, now the Mariners do have a very good bullpen themselves, a solid bullpen there, but give the slight edge to the Rangers. Not that I think it will affect this game, but just to give everybody a different look, I'll just keep the bullpens out of this one. And as Ramon was saying, Gilbert just has amazing numbers against this lineup, allowing just 34 hits and 202 at-bats. And I think he can have another solid start here, and I'll just take the Mariners in the first 5 innings in this one.
And for me here in this one, I'm going to take the over. I think we see plenty of offense, even if it's Seattle doing the bulk of the heavy lifting. We've seen Leiter against Seattle a couple times already this season. Back in May, he went 4 innings, gave up 8 hits in that game, 6 earned runs, couple home runs, as you alluded to, for Leiter. And then back in June, not too long ago, about a month ago now. He went 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, got lucky to only have given up 1 earned run in that outing. So the way that Leiter's been giving it up, I think this Seattle offense in those starts, you see in the 2 Leiter starts, they've scored 19 runs in those 2 games. So I like plenty of offense here in this one. Give me the over here in Seattle, Texas on Friday night. Hey, that wraps up the 3 games we looked at here on Cover the Spread. As always, let us know in the comment section what you think of the 3 games we covered here as we head into the weekend. And we'll do a quick little recap as we head on out for weekend's action. First game we looked at, we got the Phillies taking the Tigers. This is Al's game. He says, grab Detroit here in this one. And then in game 2 we looked at, we got the Kansas City Royals taking on the Toronto Blue Jays here. I like the Blue Jays to win big. So I'm going to take the Blue Jays on the run line. I think they win by 2+ in that one. And then we got Texas taking on Seattle. This is Ramon's game. He says, grab Seattle here in this big divisional game on Friday night. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's kickstart the weekend a good way here and do what we always do. You know what that is? Cover the spread!